Young, I used to boss her around a lot, but now she is a close friend and confidant of mine. So first of all, I want to congratulate Betty and Adi for this beautiful journey that they're starting together. And I want to thank all of you for being here with us to share this special day. And I want to take this opportunity to talk about how special Betty is to me and how happy I am that she has found someone like Adi to share the rest of her life with. I don't know if I'll make you cry, but just some thoughts. So, Betty is the funniest person I know. So whenever we have family FaceTimes and if Betty's on the call, it becomes a riot. And I have like screenshots of my parents laughing out loud and even holding their head in their hands after Betty has just cracked another joke. So they say laughter is like sunshine in the house. And I know that your house will be full of love and laughter. And I must say, I'm happy and also a bit envious that Adi and Momo have taken up the honors of being the audience for your stand-up comedy for the rest of your life. Or maybe until Betty gets a Netflix special, when we also get to enjoy her jokes. Yeah. So Betty is not only funny, but she's also very wise and understanding. So, as some of her friends can probably attest, so and also as my dad was saying, when you share something with Betty, she's a problem solver. And when you share something with Betty, she really listens carefully and understands what you're saying. And even though I'm older than Betty, I often go to her for help with advice to difficult situations. And I know many of us, or some of us here do too. And so the trick is that when Betty puts on her product manager hat, everything just becomes simpler. All the priorities become obvious. Stakeholders and people who can't stand each other become friends. It's just some kind of magic. There is a blessing in the Bible that says, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God. And whenever I hear this, like in a hymn in the church or when I read this, I'm always reminded of my sister. So I got the opportunity to actually live with Betty for during COVID from 2020 to 2021. And COVID was tough, but I couldn't have asked for better company. Yeah, and not just because Betty would rush to make cheesecake or banana bread whenever we ran out of other food. I got to see many different sides to Betty. So I got to see Betty as a homeowner. So she would make sure that at the end of the day, the kitchen counter was immaculately clean. So something she learned from Vibhajichi, I hear, her cousin, who lives in Vivitan too. And she would make sure that we have a linen closet with extra toiletries, and we had countless bedrooms with matching furniture. I think you can count them, but countless bedrooms with matching furniture. And so Betty loves to host. This is a note for all of you here. So if you're in town, you definitely have to stay with Betty. If she were an Airbnb, I would give her a 5 out of 5. Best ever. Yeah. I also got to see Betty at work as a product manager. So she would get a lot of work done in very little time. And she would always, I was impressed how she always made time in every meeting or whenever I eavesdrop to connect with her coworkers and sneak in a joke or two and make it fun. So yeah, that was very admirable.
The best part of my job.
She says the best part of her job. I also remember how before we started work, she would always make fresh, frothy filter coffee for both of us, which was really nice. And as you heard from my father, so I also saw Betty as a very caring daughter. She would spend hours talking with my parents and making sure that they were doing well and staying healthy and going on their walks. So yeah, I got to see that side of Betty also. So yeah, Betty is amazing. Real dear. And I have to say, from what I've heard, I think she has met her match in Adi. So I remember when they first met, or yeah, sometime around when they met, Betty would tell me how special Adi made her feel. And I haven't heard her gushing about anyone like this since I think high school, when she was a huge fan of Barack Obama. Or maybe it was middle school, when she used to sign her name as Betty Black, or Sirius Black from Harry Potter. I think her classmates from school would know. So yeah, Adi, you're in esteemed company. So like Sirius Black, Adi is also known for his good looks and unwavering loyalty to his friends. Betty jokes sometimes that Adi is the complete package. He comes with a dog, he comes with a group of friends, and a Costco membership. And is it a coincidence that Momo, their dog, resembles Pat, but from Harry Potter? Okay, jokes apart. Even though I met Adi only a few times, I can tell that he is a very kind person, and he cares very deeply for my sister. And I remember the first time I met him, it struck me how genuine and down to earth and open you are. And it's actually something that you share in common with my sister. She's also very open and very genuine. And I think I can see why you hit it off from the beginning. So when Betty told me that Adi is the one, it was easy for me to believe. Not just because she's very wise and practical and has great foresight, but also because I could see that since she met Adi, she started laughing and smiling more.
It's like a Bollywood song.
And what?
And waking up at 7.
And waking up at 7. Yeah, waking up early. And I'm really glad that she found someone who can make her smile like that. I think Adi brings out the best in Betty. And I'm sure it's the same the other way around too.
I said I was first, so.
So there's a quote from this movie, When Harry Met Sally, that I think it was also on one of your Instagram posts. And that goes along the lines of, when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible. As you start the rest of your life together, I wish both of you lots of love, happiness, and fun. I hope that you continue to cherish each other, try to understand each other, and be there for each other in good days and bad. Thank you.
Thank you so much.